Hello everybody and welcome back again to Let's Play Disco Elysium. So, last episode we tied up another loose end by talking to Evra again and, well, not really handing in the signatures but telling him that we did so. And he did give us some information about our gun. However, we can't actually retrieve it yet because we have to wait until like 10 p.m. So, since there isn't really much else in this part of town, I think what I will do is I will go back to Cindy and see if we can get some paint from her. That would be this quest, add even more beauty to the wall. And right, I do need a brush as well, but I'm guessing she has a brush, hopefully? I don't know, I guess we will find out. At least Cindy would be my first guess who to talk to about art supplies. And we did get like a new skill point, so... Well, what do I want to use this for? Maybe I finally have some pity on Inland Empire. There you go. Now you're at 2 and not 1. Anyway, I guess we can leave him behind and all the way back to Cindy it is, which is like on the other side of town. And right, Evra told us that we can talk to Leo again. I don't know, let's try that.
Oh, hey, mister. I'm not gonna bother you with a long greeting, just like we talked about before. I know you're probably a busy man being an important police officer and all, and personally, I think the more people keeping the peace, the better.
Leo, you seem to know everyone around here. I want to ask about someone, right?
Mr. Evrat doesn't really want me to talk to people about union guys. But who did you want to talk about?
Well, let's see. Tell me about this Edgar guy you keep mentioning. Tell me about Manana, Measurehead, Titus, Evra, René. Yeah, sure. I would like to hear about all of them. Let's start with Edgar.
Mr. Edgar is Mr. Evrat's brother.
Right.
He looks a bit younger, he does. But a very smart fellow. Very smart fellow indeed. He's away on some union business. Not even in Revershaw, they say.
Let me stop you there, Leo. I had another question. No, please go on.
All kinds of places he visits. Him and his brother both do when they're on a vacation. Right now, it's Mr. Everett's turn to look after the union. But last year he spent a whole winter in South Africa.
Okay. I'm not sure if this information is valuable, but whatever.
Left with the first autumn rains and didn't come back before the trees were green again.
The little guy chuckles again. Yeah, Leo is kind of like a human version of Encyclopedia, giving you a lot of information, most of which is probably useless, but there always might be like little pieces that are valuable somewhere inside there, right?
South Safari. A lot of bulk chemical manufacturing going on there. A lot of cargo shipments being made too.
Speaking of Encyclopedia, chiming in to add more useless information.
The trade must have been lucrative for the trip to be so long.
Well, I mean, that might be interesting information. So he's probably trying to find more business for the harbor that Evra wants to take over, right? But yeah, tell me about Manana.
He's a union man through and through. Good guy. He's very calm, laid back, doesn't do much, talks to Everett sometimes. Honestly, I don't know what he does for us, but it must be important because everybody likes him. Yes, they do. I think that's what he does. He makes everyone feel a little better.
I mean, that's a good question. What does Manana actually do for Evra, if anything at all?
Oil for the wheels. Much needed in stressful times like these.
So basically he's just here to, you know, keep people happy in one way or the other. Anyway, tell me about Measurehead.
Whoa, he's really something. He doesn't talk much to me usually, but when he does, I don't really understand most of what he's saying. Actually, I don't think he would like me running my mouth about him like that.
It's okay, it's okay. You don't need to understand what he's saying because it doesn't really make much sense, so you can probably just safely ignore him.
Once he said he's a dragon to this mob fellow who came picking a fight with some Union men. I think he really believes Jean-Luc was a dragon because he ran right off. Another time he almost killed another guy, but I shouldn't talk about that.
Yet you keep on talking about him. But okay, tell me more about Titus.
Oh, Titus is a longshoreman through and through. He was born on a boat, they say. His veins are probably filled with salt water, I tell you. Nice, friendly sort, old Titus is.
Alright, I don't think I actually knew that he was like a sailor. But tell me more about Evra.
I'd best not. I mean, I could, but I don't think Mr. Everett would like it very much. You better ask him yourself, mister.
If anything, the ever-present smile on Leo's face gets even warmer. I mean, he kinda gave you permission to talk about everyone, so don't hold back. But I guess that's all he's going to tell me. So tell me about Renee.
The night guard? Ooh, he's a peculiar fellow. He's the strong, silent type, you could say.
I don't know, he did talk quite a bit when we were talking earlier.
We talk all the time, but I don't really know much about him. He plays petanque with my old human studies teacher, Mr. Martin, down at the plaza. I think he's the only fellow who actually knows old Renee.
Yeah, we have talked to him as well, Mr. Martin.
They lived on the same street their entire lives. Even dated the same girl on and off for as long as I can remember. Strange fellows. Mr. Martin was always real nice to me in school. I remember once.
Hold up, Gaston was your human studies teacher? Well, apparently so.
Mr. Martin, yes. Don't really remember much about him. I was just a boy back then.
Okay, well, thank you.
Mr. Martin, Gaston also taught history and human studies to the Clear brothers.
Yeah, that is kind of interesting. So he probably was like the teacher for most of the people who grew up around here, huh? I'm not sure if this is relevant in any form, but interesting little piece of information. So, is there anyone else I want to talk about? I don't think so.
Sure, mister. What can Leo do for you?
Yeah, that's all I can ask, so I'll be off. Alright, well, I don't think that I really got much useful information out of him, but, you know, can't hurt to ask. Now, let's return, and at some point I will return to you as well, mysterious shipping container. I will learn about your secrets. I wish there was like a faster way to get from here to the other place. I'm not seeing any way to go through here, right? Because I kind of have to go like right over here. It's not that far away from here, but I have to go all the way around. But okay. There's nothing new in here either. And down we go. Of course, since I'm still looking for more communists, just wandering around town for a while might not be a bad idea. Just to see if Harry can smell any more communists. Like, what about him, for example? Are you a communist? Maybe I should just try to talk to a bunch of people again.
Still here. Stuck in this damn jam, my man.
Well, I have 2 more skill checks here that I guess have opened up since our last conversation. He's a poet. Hit him with your best verse. I'm pretty sure I can increase my conceptualization even more. My empathy has increased a bit as well. Okay, hang on a second. I will try to come up with another verse. Okay, we have this shirt. Pretty sure. Yep, there's more. There's more. Got a jacket. And that might be about it. Yep. Now, let's try this again.
Still here. Stuck in this damn jam, my man.
Alright, that is a pretty good chance. That's gotta work. Let's do it.
Wait, there's something here, stored away in some dusty corner. It starts like...
A mirror's temperature is always 0. It is ice in the veins. Its camera is an X-ray. What? That doesn't really seem to make a lot of sense. But I guess it sounds poetic.
Whoa. What else?
I just got an achievement for that, apparently. It's a chalice held out to you in silent communion. Okay.
Silent communion. That's good.
Where gaspingly you partake of a shifting identity, never your own. I feel that these verses are not supposed to make any sense, but they sound good.
Dang. That's some great shit. You came up with that yourself.
I don't really know. I think that may be an actual poet and I've learned it by heart. I mean, that is possible that he learned it at some point and just remembered it. Then again, Harry doesn't strike me as the kind of person who would like memorize poems. I'm just a vessel for the muse. I think the words are mine, yes. To be honest, I have no idea.
No matter. Great verse is like that sometimes. Ephemeral. You might not look it. Seems you have some literary chops. Maybe there's hope for me yet.
That is a strange compliment indeed.
Just messing with you. It's cool. You're an okay guy. For a cop.
For a cop, you say?
They're more often in the fists than rhymes, see? Let alone honesty in verse.
Any organization gets all kinds of folk. I'm sure we try our best. I'm doing what little I can to do right by people. No joke, man. Fuck the police. Yeah, I'm sure any organization will get all kinds of folk.
The lieutenant looks at you in silence, a curious look in his eyes, nodding slightly.
Apparently Kim approves of that, huh?
Well, you've given me some hope, I guess.
He gives you a thumbs up. Okay, and then we have like an empathy check here. The question is, can I increase my empathy in any form? Not entirely sure about that. Oh yeah, I have like this jacket. I mean, I actually may wanna switch out some items of clothing. Kind of wearing the same outfit for some time already, and yeah, I think that's probably all the empathy I can get here. And since empathy is what kind of, it's like a psyche skill. I mean, I might be able to use some drugs to increase it even more, but let's try it.
Make way for the
this way
master
first.
poet.
Okay, I mean, that increased my chances at least a little bit.
Ease into it.
Ah.
Don't go too far. This seems like a personal matter.
My man, I want to know about your soul. Well, apparently I haven't used this option yet.
You really are the law, aren't you? I get that being bluntly observant and inquisitive comes with the territory, but it certainly doesn't help with your conversational skills, does it?
Yeah, you're probably right about that.
Just like that, he slips out of your reach. It is possible the yelling didn't help.
Nope, it didn't help. Okay, so that didn't work. And I can't really increase my empathy any more than that. Unless I take some drugs. But, I mean, I'm sure this skill check is not that important. Anyway, let's check out my outfit again. I mean, this is actually not a bad outfit. What's the one that I was wearing previously? Esprit de Corps and Shivers. I mean, my shivers aren't that great either. I'm not sure. I'm not sure which I want to use. Let's just use this one again. Yeah, I don't think I want to use this shirt because it decreases my suggestion. So is it back to this shabby one again, physical instrument? Do I not have like any shirt that's better than this one? We got more drama, more logic. Yeah, I'm not doing that well on the shirt front. Maybe I should try to find and buy one that's better. I'm not sure if C Lang is selling any shirts. Also, who are these guys? Fuck the world. What are you doing here?
That's one brutal motor carriage.
Says a young man with Piss F written on his back. Okay, it's this one. It's even like censored on his jacket though.
If I were a real skull now, I'd jack it, paint it in palm tree livery, then bottom light it, neon style.
His companion wears a simple yet elegant slogan, fuck the world. Yes.
A snazzy shit-ripped skullmobile like this would make a fine trophy. We could, like, hang fucking shrunken heads from the side mirrors. Cops' heads. Scary tribal shit.
Are you trying to steal Kim's car?
Yeah, tribal shit. A cop carriage like this would have proper skull value.
What are you talking about, skull value?
While I appreciate the interest you take in my brutal motor carriage, I have to stop you right there. The RCM takes threats directed at its property seriously.
Yeah, do not mess around with Kim's car. He's taking this very seriously.
It's just theoretical work, Copper. No basis in reality. Man, if we were certified skulls right now...
And who exactly are you?
I can tell you who we're not, cop. We're not snitches or skulls.
Okay, but what are skulls in particular?
Which is not to say that the skulls are bitches and... On the contrary.
Okay.
The part of this presentation you want to take home with you, cop man, is we're not part of the skulls yet.
Okay, but you want to be part of the skulls. I'm guessing this is some kind of gang.
Okay then, let's indulge in some intellectual exchange. These young men seem eager to share their beliefs.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much intellectual exchange we're going to get out of them though, but still, let's see. So yeah, tell me more about the skulls.
You don't know? What kind of cop are you?
Well, a cop that lost his memory.
It's not a question. Don't get into it.
I'm so glad you asked. Of course I do. I'm just testing you boys. No, I really don't. I'm so glad you asked. I mean, I kind of like this answer though. Even though rhetoric is kind of discouraging me from using this.
The question was rhetorical. The skulls are the most vicious gang of the Besmertnay.
Yeah, I mean, we have met Cindy, but I thought Cindy the Skull was just like a nickname for her in particular. I'm not sure if she told us that this is a gang. She may have. I don't know.
Besmetai, or the Besmeti, the Immortals, are West River Sholian crime syndicates.
Alright.
The nastiest bunch of psychos ever. Jacking carriages and getting into high-speed chases.
Possessing an infinite amount of fuck-all swagger, infamous for their non-verbal modus operandi.
Infamous for their non-verbal modus operandi. Okay, so they don't talk much. Say nothing. I mean, that would actually be like the perfect reply to that. Just, do some non-verbal modus operandi as well.
They usually occupy the burnt-out quarter in Jamrock. Or you can find them loitering around their brightly painted bottom-lighted vehicles.
I can't wait to become a skull. Bottom lights are wretched aggressive.
Okay, so you want to be part of this gang. I get it. Do you know anything about the murder that took place here? Point to the yard. Yeah, right. Do you guys know Cindy the Skull? That's where we heard that name before. Yeah, let's maybe ask about the murder first. I don't think they can help me a lot, but I need to do my due diligence here, right?
Murder?
A man was hanged in the backyard of the Whirling in Rex. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, sure. We'll gladly tell you everything we know about it. It was a man.
No kidding.
Also, he was hanged.
Anything else?
He was hanged from a tree.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, duh.
I didn't really mention that though, right? He could have been hanged from anything else that is kinda tall.
These punks don't know anything. Let's just move along.
You're probably right.
Hey, stop right there. How does one know anything?
That is a very philosophical question. Fuck the world.
Ah, this sounds like epistemology. A field so occupied by thought that it begins to question thought itself.
Indeed. I know that you don't know shit. I'm not going to entertain you with this any longer. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you don't know anything, at least not about this murder case.
Exactly. How can one know shit? For example, how can one be sure that there truly is a body hanging behind a hostel?
Well, I mean, it's not hanging there anymore, so you can't be sure.
What if it's art? Or just a mere specter?
That could be the case, yes, a brilliant work of art. It's not. A man is dead, and we need answers. Maybe it's a work of art.
No reply. The blonde rebel scratches his chin, deliberately not focusing his gaze on anything. He looks very uncomfortable.
Interestingly enough, there was more voiceover than there's actual text. Do you happen to know what happened to the victim's armor? Huh. I mean, since they apparently didn't even know about the murder, I'm not sure if they know about this, but let's see.
Nope. But Cindy does.
Oh really? Cindy does?
Don't tell him that. Skulls don't tattle, man. Cindy wouldn't.
So you mean Cindy the Skull knows something about the armor?
No. A different Cindy. From out of town. She doesn't know shit about armored gloves, that's for sure.
Huh. Well, that is very specific though. It's not just the armor in general, it's about a very specific piece of the armor. And I mean, I want to talk to Cindy anyway, so I guess I'm going to ask her about that as well.
He did mean Cindy the Skull.
Clearly.
All right, we have a lead on the gloves.
Right, and I can't ask about Cindy anymore, I guess because we already talked about her here. But yeah, what's with these jackets?
What about them?
Turn to the blonde youth. Why does your jacket have piss F word written on it? Turn to the dark-haired youth. Why do you have fuck the world written on your jacket? Yeah, these are all good questions.
Well, first off, it's a statement and not necessarily something that characterizes me as a person, even though the statement has character. And I do like piss.
You do? Okay, well, in that case, it is a statement about you as a person.
The word piss epitomizes the struggle taking place in the world. Things being defined as they seem, not as they are. And, I guess, it's also about communal spirit, the future, and truly appreciating our differences.
Somehow I kinda doubt it. I think you're probably wearing it because it's edgy.
Also, you've got to admit, it catches the eye. And since the Grand Piper is slowly but steadily moving towards basing the economy on it, attention, it is imperative that the medium itself convey the message.
So, like I said, you're wearing it because it's edgy, because that's basically what you've been saying here. So, yeah, makes sense.
What I mean by this is, we are all pissed, and that the world is inherently meaningless.
Very deep, very deep.
It seems that the young man has a certain expertise in at least one field, even if it's rather narrow.
You mean like producing word salad? But yeah, what about you, fuck the world?
Like I said before, many men keep searching for the one, for so-called true love, which is actually just obsession masquerading as kinship. The thrill of the chase, the hollowness that fills your chest cavity after catching it.
This is even worse than what Piss F word is talking about. I mean, his actually sounded kinda intellectual. This, on the other hand, is just random words.
I'm wondering if the poetics come with the jacket, or are they derived from something else entirely?
I have no idea.
To catch a fish, you'll need to hurl the lure many times, and even then it isn't certain that you'll get anything. If you blow up the lake, though...
Blow it up? That's a terrible metaphor. Yeah, I'm not sure if I understand your metaphor.
You get more fish in a shorter time. And, for time is of the essence and fleeting ever so quickly, one must think of a way to fuck the whole world and not get caught up in fucking someone.
Okay.
Because when one fucks everything, he fucks nothing. And that, to me, feels glorious. Sticking your dick into the void.
Well, thank you for sharing your thoughts with me.
Hate to admit it, but in a weird way, he's got a point.
Well, rhetoric seems to be impressed.
Is it a coincidence that here we have two badass jackets and two badass cops?
Hey Kim, lower your voice. Definitely a coincidence. It probably is, but I would like to see where this is going.
Yes?
Do you think it's a coincidence? What do you think about their jackets? Yeah, what do you think about their jackets?
Leather jackets adorned with immature writing? The ideology they convey helps the boys justify poor choices in life and fashion. I'm not a fan.
Okay, fair enough. Why are you always so patronizing when cool possibilities cross our path? Sure, the jackets are scaring you, that's cool. Yeah, it does sound a little bit patronizing, maybe.
What are you implying?
Which one would you wear? You know what I'm implying. We should get these jackets. Should we now? But okay, which one would you wear if you had to wear one of them?
I'm not sure I understand you, detective.
Are you more of a piss F word or fuck the world kind of guy? This is such a strange question, but yeah, I would like to hear the answer.
Neither.
Come on, Kim, it's just a mental exercise, right?
Fine, if only to end this discussion. Theoretically, if I were a juvenile delinquent, if I were to already be down that path, I think piss is the stronger of the two statements.
No way, if anything, I'm the piss F word in this scenario. That works, I feel more like a fuck the world kind of guy. I actually think he does, so that makes perfect sense.
Seems about right, especially considering your heroic exit attempts.
Indeed, indeed.
That's an origin story for a dynamic duo right there.
Okay.
So are we done here? Or you don't need us around for your secret whisper party, do you?
Well, we have an opportunity here to get the jackets. Ask for the jackets for yourself and the lieutenant. This is a red check. It cannot be retried. Okay. I guess I will see if I can increase my half-light in any meaningful form. Because it's a red check, so I won't be able to do this again. Let's see. Do I have anything to help me with half-light? I may not actually have anything. I can decrease my half-light. That's not going to help me. Nope, nothing. Nothing for more half-light. I mean... I can use my emergency skill point. And I might be able to use some drugs. What do I have in terms of drugs? Okay, but I need to increase physique, and the stuff that I have doesn't do that. So, nope. I think I'm going to ignore this red check for now, and maybe I will return later if I, once I've increased my half-light a bit, or if I have something to give me a higher chance, because I kind of do want to have a jacket, but with 17%, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to pass that skill check. So, I might be back later, guys. Anyway, let's continue. We need to talk to Cindy again. Well, there's the paint. And... oh, hang on a second.
There it is again. There's a spectral scent haunting this pair, no doubt. And it smells like sea brine mostly, because it's a pair. Years of turmoil, of hopes and dreams, ground beneath the inexorable tides of capital.
Close your eyes and take a deep breath. I can kind of smell dreams being ground down by capital. Oh, he's smelling another communist. Cindy, probably.
What do you smell? The first thing that strikes you is the overwhelming brine. You imagine yourself underwater, 100-legged arthropod scuttling along the murky silt at the bottom of the sea. But then the unmistakable reek of seagull shit hits you, buoyed along on the air currents. An acrid melody atop mouldering cords of wood rot and heavy fuel oil.
Okay, but are you smelling communists?
Still smelling for communists, detective?
Yes, I do.
Well, I'll be over here when you're finished.
The lieutenant nudges a piece of trash with his foot. It seems that he has kind of given up on trying to discourage me from my weird activities.
His impatience is feigned. He's actually curious to see how this personal errand shakes out.
Well, interesting.
What the lieutenant thinks is irrelevant. Your politico-olfactory cortex is lighting up like a holiday display. The scent of communism is overwhelming, and it's coming right from that balcony over there.
Alright, so it is Cindy.
Certainement. A precocious communist youth. A symbol of a kinder, more hopeful future. Now's your chance to establish contact with your revolutionary brothers and sisters.
Alright, let's do it. I feel that she's my best bet so far for underground communists. Oh, hang on a second. There's some stuff here that I haven't picked up yet. Maybe I just wasn't carrying my bag the last time. Yeah, it's a bunch of tear. Alright, Cindy, let's talk.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
Actually, yes. That's what I want to talk about, among other things. Is that bed in the coal room yours? I think I have asked this already, have I not?
Ooh. Not only have you found my address, you've discovered my biggest secret. I'm a coal miner.
Really?
She does have eyes that seem to be smeared with coal.
I think that's makeup. So you really are a miner?
Yes. I keep hoping a shaft will collapse on me, but somehow it never happens.
And don't you have a real home?
Does anyone in a city like this?
She replies wistfully, looking around. Well, I guess that's a good point. It's not the nicest place, but I guess it'll have to do. I mean, your place isn't that nice either, so yeah.
It doesn't have to do anything at all. Nothing does. Like me. Right now, I'm doing nothing at all.
Yes, I can see that.
Shoot, Piggy. It's what you do, isn't it?
Okay, so we have a few questions here. Do you have any idea about what happened to the hangman's armor? Right, let's maybe ask about the armor.
What do I care about some fucking tin eggshells?
Wait, don't you want to know how I knew to ask you? Isn't armor art? Art for the body? I mean, maybe? And I mean, I could kind of tell her that the two guys at the car told me about this, but then again, I'm not sure if I want to. So yeah, it's art for the body, I guess.
All right, Piggy. I'll give you this one. I saw a little girl in the fishing village running around with military-grade handwear. Looked cute as hell.
A little girl in the fishing village?
Could that girl have been little Lily?
Oh.
It's not a bad place to start.
I know a little girl in the village, little Lily. Yeah, we did talk to her already.
Could have been her. Small kid with giant white armored hands. If you've seen one of them, you've seen them all.
Right. I guess I need to go and talk to Lily again and see if she has the armor. Okay, now we can talk about the paint and about communism. Maybe I will establish contact first. Maybe that will get me on her good side. Does she have a good side? And then we can ask about the paint. Yeah, let's talk politics for a minute.
And what do you know about politics?
She squints at you suspiciously. I'm looking for comrades to help me fire up the great Mazovian sausage grinder. Will you help me? One of the union guys said there's someone trying to organize an underground revolutionary cell. My nose told me that you're also a communist. We should team up and join forces. Again, this kind of sounds like he might be trying to arrest them or, you know, do something bad. So I'm not sure if I really want to pick this option. Yeah, my nose told me that you're a communist.
Well, well. Sounds like quite the snout you've got there.
I guess so.
Your olfactory department wants you to know that it accepts no responsibility for wherever this line of interrogation leads you.
Noted perception.
Sure. I know someone who'd love to talk that ideological stuff. You're looking for Steban.
Who's Steban?
A right communist who runs a mega cool and very secret meeting.
I don't know, but you sound kinda sarcastic. Does Esteban happen to have a jacket like this? Show her the white jacket.
He might.
Huh. Interesting. And will you help me find him?
No.
She pretends to think about it for a moment.
The lieutenant let slip a sigh that seems to suggest this turn was utterly predictable.
Yeah, it probably was. Is it money you want? Here, take some. I've got plenty. Offer 5 reals. I guess I should just give up then. Nothing ever works out for me. Just tell me what you want me to do. I'm not sure if money is going to help here. So, what can I do to convince you to tell me about Steban?
A wicked grin extends across her face.
Oh no, oh no. What are you planning?
Oink for me, piggy. Just once.
Oink for you? That's it? I'm not oinking for you. Come on, this is no way to treat your revolutionary brother with gusto. Oink oink. I mean, I kinda have to prove to her that I am a revolutionary brother and not just, you know, a cop. So I feel this is not an unreasonable request. With gusto, oink oink. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to pick this option just to see what she's going to reply to it.
Wrong! This is exactly how I treat my little brother.
Okay, well, there's that. Okay, whatever, let's just oink.
There, that wasn't so bad, was it?
It actually wasn't.
It's not the worst indignity you've suffered the last several days, but it is up there.
Well, like you said, it's not the worst thing we did so far, so I think I can live with that.
The lieutenant, needless to say, is not impressed.
Obviously.
Sounds like you're really serious about meeting Steban. It's touching. Sort of.
So will you tell me more about him?
Steban's group meets only at night, in an old room in these apartments here. It just so happens you're in luck. Their weekly meeting is tonight.
Tonight? There's so much stuff going on tonight.
Poke your snout around sometime after 10 p.m. and you might just find them.
Great, another thing that I'm supposed to do after 10 p.m. Hold on, what else can you tell me about this Steban? That's very helpful, thank you, Cindy. Why do I feel like there's a catch? Well, there might be. So tell me more about Steban.
Just that he's a real communist. Not like the play acting you've been doing. The rest, you'll have to see for yourself.
Okay, and is there any catch?
Oh, smart pig. Because there is.
Alright.
See, Steban's a bit on the paranoid side. He's got all these mega secret passphrases to keep out infiltrators and the like. You can't join the meeting without one.
Okay, but I think I do have the secret passphrase because Manana told us what it was. I can't actually remember it, but I can look it up, so that shouldn't be a problem. The lieutenant clears his throat.
Not to interfere in your personal errand, but I wonder whether it might have something to do with that phrase Manana mentioned overhearing.
Exactly. Wait, what phrase? Alright, good thinking, Kim. I was totally about to say that. That's really dumb. You should feel embarrassed even suggesting that. No, I was totally about to say that.
Of course you were, Detective. Apologies for interrupting.
The lieutenant smiles to himself.
No, you weren't. Otherwise, you would have said it. In truth, it was quite beyond your associative powers.
Well, I mean, I said it. I guess Harry did not make that connection.
Guess this is what happens when two pigs put their heads together.
She seems slightly disappointed. So what were you expecting?
That's enough. Off with you then.
Alright, so that takes care of this quest. So I still have to talk to her about the paintbrush, but since the episode is getting kind of long, maybe we will leave that for the next episode, so we will talk to you again later. Also, let me have a quick look at this. Yeah, that's another task I can only do after 10 p.m. So there's a lot of stuff going on that I want to do this evening. I hope I can finish all of this today. But yeah, I guess that shall be enough for today. And we will talk to Cindy again and try to get her paintbrush, I suppose. But for now, let's call it a day as always. Thank you for watching and see you again next time.